Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Unboxing and Blind Box. Just so you know, we have 20 blind boxes, all priced at $100, with a supposed value of $80 to $150 in each box. These 20 boxes come from the IG comic family, 20 different people. They've tried to put their best foot forward, and we're going to judge them for that. The end goal is to have the number one blind box be awarded. Second one is a People's Choice Award, which will go out. And the third one is to see how much I know about comics. It's not really a point of this. Okay, so I don't know who this is from. We'll announce at the end. The title of this video will probably say who it is. So you guys, it's ruined for you guys, but it's not ruined for me. So I can give an honest, unbiased opinion of the comics that are within the set. People, this is a lot of comics. It's not the most. The most I've had so far is 45. I'm not going to have a chance to talk about these comics very much. But we'll see if we pull out one or two. Okay. This is actually cool. Man, I'm not getting off to a good start of not talking about these. So you see the struck newspaper stand barcode. This means it was an early direct direct to shop or direct to person comic. What's shocking about that in my mind is how good a quality this comic is. And this went through the mail, early mail, like when they really didn't give a crap about comics. It's really good. Spawn 310. Really good cover. Very good cornering. Very high quality comic. It's like one tick. It's not color breaking though. X-Force, number 25. It's the hologram. Some people call it the orange hologram, because if you hold it like this, it's orange. X-Force, number 27. Excalibur 2 and 1. It's an ironic cover here. You see Nightcrawler with Excalibur fighting Angel with Sentinels on their way. We know that Nightcrawler has a classic monk training, so that's why they're in the church setting. So him fighting an angel, very indicative of several Bible characters that did so to as a crossing over to mankind, crossing over to manhood type of thing. Animal Man number 57. This is a good read. This whole series. It's a bummer that they ended it, but it's really good. X-Men Collector's Preview, Year of the Mutants. You see Wolverine with one hand. Not sure why he's got the claw out on the other side, but he lost his hand punching Cyclops in the eye, forcing Cyclops to lose an eye, but he permanently lost an arm. And you have Ninja Turtle Colossus. Factor X. Factor X, not the same as X Factor. Record of Lotus War. Record of Lotus War. Look at those ears. Woo! Excalibur. Captain Britain and Nightcrawler. Number 6. So it's a good copy. It's a very good copy. Fantastic Four number 288. It's another very good copy. Definitely has the spine ticks. Secret Wars 2, as he up there, coming into this the weird. I have this entire mini-series. I say that, but it's only 4. It's only 4 comics. It's. I guess the real question is, should they have released it at all? Okay. Interesting comic. When Avengers West Coast took over the storyline for Vision and Scarlet Witch, they kind of rebooted Vision through a series of accidents or events. And Scarlet Witch and Vision eventually got divorced. A complicated storyline, like way overcomplicated. Let's hope the TV show doesn't go that way. Uncanny X-Men number 296. This is the second comic. It's not boarded. It is in a poly bag. Here's the comic card. Some poly-bagged comics at the time decided to put different cards in different bags, and so it kind of caused a frenzy around some cards and the access to it. As someone that has collected comic cards for 30 plus years, they're very easy to find, and they shouldn't have been a frenzy, but there was. I think it's a bad sign whenever you have to put what comic to follow next. You know, DC put the Superman symbol with a number inside to keep track of, like, what number of the saga are you on? They gotta figure out a better way. I do not have this. I don't even know what it is. Number 25. Maybe I do have it. Try not to hurt things. Aww. Oh, Stan Lee. How young he was there. He looks pretty much the same now. So, writer is Brian Vaughan. So I guess Tony Harris and Vaughan created the series. Wildstorm, once again, mostly a DC house. Not when this was written, or not when this was made, probably, but now. Wildstorm was a little more flexible about their creators being actual creators, and not making them feel like they were just following the head honcho. Mighty Avengers number 242. If ever I start a hero club and we go up to a mysterious door, and it's the other way around, and a mysterious person shows up at our door, let's not all line up in a line where one single shot can take us all out. Just saying. Not saying it's gonna happen. Just saying. Alpha Flight, Giant Size Annual. My first CGC and CBCS comics were Alpha Flight's number 1. Why? Because Canada needs a hero team as well. It's a fun story. I think it lost its way a little bit when Carol Danvers became the leader more recently, but now she's left again, so. But yeah, I think it's a fun story. It's a fun romp. Oh, and here's number 1 annual. For a long time, my favorite character was Puck. This little blue guy over here. He's a vertically challenged superhero. This is cool. You don't often see this kind of stuff in blind boxes. Millie the model. Number 162. Kind of rough condition, but great for a 60-year-old comic. It's great. Avengers 313. See Wonder Man getting smashed here. Interesting story that they think Wonder Man might show up in WandaVision. Wonder Man was a bad guy for a long time, so we'll see what happens. I also appreciate that. Remember. No, never mind. Vision's turning invisible here to dodge the plasma projectile or whatever. I wonder if he's thinking about who's behind him. Heroes for Hire. Female-centric hero stories. I like it. I think that now I've made videos about this before. I think women are portrayed in comics to rely overly on their sex appeal to not only solve the mystery they're in, but also to sell the comic they're in. I wish we could move away from that somehow. I think Oracle is probably in the right direction, but even with Oracle, they draw in tight clothes. It makes I don't know. I want to see. Yeah. I don't know. Now we have War Machine number 3. It's cool. First time I ever... So I collected comics as a kid. I took a break. The only time that I actually recognized who War Machine was when I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom. And if you picked Cyclops, War Machine, and Iron Man, you would get the optic blast all the way across the screen. Anyhow, Star Wars Adventures number 1. So Adventures was made for a younger group of kids that are enjoying comics. a little simpler to read. This comic has... Oh, it's part of the print. Very good corners. A small factory of spine ticks. But that's okay. I'm not gonna send this into CGC or anything. But I like that they're making comic books about a 50-year saga, like, or 45-year saga like Star Wars. They're making it accessible to kids. And I think that's so important, that as we kind of go through this weird world we live in with comics now, where they're much more adult focused, that parents can feel like they can put a comic that's readable in front of their kids. I just think that's so important. Action Comics 438. Lois, what's happened to you? Why are you trying to kill me? Okay, let's first say that Lois is not taking care of herself. And apparently Superman really sucks at hand-to-hand combat. But if you are a Superman reader, you will know that there is no end to Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen trying to kill Superman. This is not a shocking cover by any means. Maybe The Man Who Tape Recorded the Atom is a more shocking episode or comic book story. You'll see I run my finger along the spine. Running your finger along the spine when it's in Mylar or when it's in Poly is a way better way to tell whether or not there's ticks in the spine. Because with your eye you will see color breaking ticks. With your finger you'll find out about ticks that are about to color break. Good corners, great quality. Layer number 1, toy edition, toy variant. Doesn't look a lot like Leia, but I don't think that's the artist's problem, because he was just copying it off a character. Teen Titans number 12. This is great. There's a lot going on. Looks like we have a space DJ and a fight going on. I thought Wonder Girl could fly in space. Maybe that's just now that's a thing, but before that she couldn't. Whatever. Quality wise, it's got a big old roll, but otherwise it's okay. It's not bad. I don't have it. I don't own this, and I would love to add it to my collection. Ooh, what do we have here? This is $7.98. I'm gonna say this is Amazing Spider-Man $7.98. And I'm gonna say it is the Young Guns edition. Yep. This is some beautiful artwork. Very nice pose of Spider-Man flowing into the next, move. He's gonna floss his butt if he falls onto his webbing here. And a very normal look for Green Goblin. And you get a good eye for the pumpkin bombs. A good look at the pumpkin bombs. Yeah. Okay, X-Men 46 and X-Men 45. So we have Bobby on this side, and we have Beast and Phoenix on this side. Yeah, Beast has looked better, hasn't he? X Factor is a very fun read, but it can get a little tedious at times. You can also, if you look at the stories, you can tell when they try to resurrect it, when it was doing really badly, because more mainstream X-Men characters would show up in the storyline when it was on the way down. So the last one, Silver Surfer number 10. I love Silver Surfer. I think he's really hard to write well, and he's really hard to represent well because of the amount of power he has, but he can't have too much power because of Galactus. So it's really hard to write him. So that's all the comics that came in this lot. That was a lot. We'll go through it again real quick, fly-by-night style. Here's For Hire number 1, Avengers 313. Mini the model, that's kind of cool. Flight Annual 1 and 2. Mighty Avengers 242. X-Men Uncanny X-Men, Executioner Story. So weird. So, the reason why I stopped. This is rated an 8.5. You got Staple Pool happening. It's nothing like the newsprint smell. You just don't get that in comics nowadays. It's cool. It's got the Mile High comic ad in the middle. Very worn. Very, very worn. I don't know if I would give this an 8.5. There's so many ticks on the spine. Like, so many. So many. Fantastic Four 288. Scava, Lotus War. So, some people don't like to include anime or manga in, it's technically manga, in their collections. I do to some degree, but I don't collect it. I probably have, I don't know, like 500 or 600 comics that are manga, classified as manga. It's not really collecting it at 500 or 600. Okay, This collection is a early modern collection. 80s to end of 90, and then with a splash of silver, and then a lot of, or some modern, which is Spawn and Star Wars, which are nowadays the most valuable modern, or at least the longest staying modern. This lot would have been better at a $50 box. And what I mean by that is that the person that puts it together would have been forced to decide what personality they wanted to put forward. Yeah. Okay. Who is this person? Dun 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 dun. Okay. This person is Alan. Alan. Now, to be fair, Allenmaye. To be fair, I have not done a whole lot of business with Alan. Maybe that'll change because his collection is actually very similar to my collection. Yeah. At least from this blind box. So, I'm not going to put prices up on the screen as I go through this. It would take me forever to price this out. With 25 to 30 books, there's definitely the value here. Definitely. Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. Be sure to like this video if you like what Alan did with his blind box. Not my commentary. There wasn't very much in this one. I just make up commentary as I go, so, you know, it can't be great. But if you like what Alan put in his blind box, how many comics, the type of comics, the quality of comics, add a like to the video on YouTube. There is a People's Choice Award that a lot of people will want. And the person with the most likes in their video will get that People's Choice Award. Alright. Thank you, everyone. Bye.